Welcome back, guys. As long as we're on the subject of scrapes, a lot of questions on the possibilities of finding a community scrape. And it's something if how can you explain other than the fact that if you see some large scrape, you're thinking that's community scrape. And that's what I get for a lot of comments, like I see a big one. But the thing is, you have to know number one, where it is in position of the area itself. Most of mine, now there again, I'm in large forested areas up north woods here in Wisconsin. Many areas like that, you are looking for an area that is on a transition. And most of them that I find, old original community scrapes, they're on a transition for they get thick, comes, whether it be a swamp or a thick brush, whatever it may be, opens up. And there it is. It's like an advertisement, guys. It really is. It's like an advertisement. Not easy to find. Not easy to find. You'll find a scrape and it looks like it's hitting pretty hard. You'll think, hey, that's a community scrape. I'll be very honest with you. Throughout the years now, if I find a scrape, I know it's a community scrape. I put a camera and I'll do this in the spring and I'll smack a camera on there. I want to know what's going on in that area. And it's great for footage. It really is, because a community scrape, it finds every kind of animal. We can't explain it sometimes. No matter who it is out there, no matter what expert, they'll try to explain this is how, why, and how come. There's no explanation. It's really tough that why a doe comes there, a fawn comes there, a buck comes there, a young buck, yearling, all the way up. It just, that's once they start dropping their scent there, it becomes a community scrape that's hard to beat. It is golden, man. It is golden. If you have an area like this, a lot of times when I find one, I see a huge overhanging branch. Not one of these little pine tree branches, or it's huge. It's a big old branch coming over, and some big buck at 1 year, he went and developed a scrape there. That's usually what I find up here in the North Woods. It's a big branch coming over. And then one thing leads to the next, year after year after year. And it becomes a community scrape because there's so much scent left on there. It's incredible. And it, just like I always say, like a dog that you take a walk, he always checks the same bushes, same trees. And it's amazing how once they find these, they're always checking it. Now, in early December, just before we had some snow, I found one at the end of gun season that I couldn't believe it. And I thought, I'm going back there and I will be hunting it next week. Long story short, from last year. And I put a camera in the spring all the way through. And sure enough, it was a community scrape. I got does. I got bucks. You'll see some pictures here. Just for novelty, I'll show you a few that's on that scrape itself. Okay. But I like to wait on those until like this first week in November. So where these bucks are finally coming out. I found several different scrape lines now this week. This is towards the end of October, and I'm letting them rest because I've got a hunch. I don't have cameras on them, but I think they're at nighttime. I can tell by the dirt that's starting to dry up by afternoon. I can tell that it was really fresh at night. And usually after a good day, you'll find that that soil in there is drying up, and it just seems like they're doing it at night. Next week should be good. But now the point is, a community scrape is for everyone. If you want to shoot a doe, you want to shoot a yearling, you want to shoot a mature buck, it's great. It is just for everything, and you can hunt it from September all the way through into winter. You really can. They're just so hard to find, though, guys. You got to just basically stumble on it. Or this one I found last year during gun season, there was a rub line. And I thought, well, I'm going to follow these rubs. And it went out, not back to the bedding. I went out towards where the feeding and it opened up where that buck or many deer can see everywhere through the woods, through oak woods, whatever it may be. And I don't know what it is in agriculture. Maybe it's on the edge of fields. I don't know that. But up here, that communication is so damn important when you get in the woods like that, because they can finally get together from all over the place and find out who's here in the social hierarchy. It really is. On the flip side, If you want to make your own community scrape, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Mock scrape, whatever you want to call it. I do it by way of licking branches. I've done it for many years now, and I will hit on it once in a while. I hit on one last year, and I'll show you some pictures here, just for the heck of it, on what I hit for a licking branch. It became a community scrape. And I'm talking from spring all the way till now, they're hitting that one. Now, many scrapes and many mock scrapes, licking branches, they hit them, they're there, but it's not a community. I want to see does there. I want to see fawns there. I want to see every deer possible, because when the rut comes, those bucks are coming there, boy. And it is a fun place to hunt. I throughout all the years, even since I think I was 12 years old, finding those scrapes, I sat on them, and I always got deer. They're fun. And I'm going right back to them. Even at my age, I'm going right back there next week. I'm going to sit on that community scrape, and I'll let you know how I did. But it's really, sometimes it's hard to find though, guys. It's not just as you're walking along, you see a scrape and it looks like it's being used. Think of where it's at. Think of being a deer, not as a person. If you were a buck coming out somewhere and he started a community scrape, what's he looking for? He wants to visually see who's out here. He's scanning everything, and he's going to let it know. He's going to find this big old branch, and he's going to let her rip. And he'll come back the next year. Somebody else will take it. It just becomes one of those traditional scrapes that we all know of. A traditional scrape sometimes can come into or become a community scrape. But it is fun, all joking aside, to put a camera on those. Those are different. A community scrape, you can put it on in winter or spring and just watch what develops. It's really good. You get some good footage out of them. Really, you really can. But guys, it is, there again, I'm stressing how easy it can be in a hunting where you guys are asking questions on, boy, I'm in this woods and I don't know where to go. Just walk around, and if you find something like that, that's golden to you. That's everything. Sit on that. You can sit, like I said, from September all the way through, and you'll have activity. You really will. From does to bucks, it's great. It is a nice way of hunting. It really is. It's contentful. It's just, you don't know what you're going to expect. And as you can see now, as time goes on, the big bucks, I just saw yesterday, I checked 2 areas, and they're become more scrape. They're opened up more and more in their scrapes. They're becoming more active. So they're going to hit these community scrapes. Common sense, because my gosh, if the does are there, they're going to come there too. Now, here's the tip. What's neat about a community scrape that this is all my opinion, guys. The next guy might say, no, I don't believe that. My personal opinion, morning, evening, it doesn't matter. I hit mornings, and I got people, deer on community scrapes. I got evening, I got them on community scrapes. If you can find that one, or create your own. But to create your own, think like a buck. This last one I showed you, look at where I'm at. I'm on a transition overlooking an area. And the first one I showed you, same thing, opens up into the oak area. They like to just get on the edge and just open one up there, and it becomes the same for year after year. But there again, we have no egg fields. You don't in many states where it's just all woods. This communication like this is so important to these deer. They want to know who's around in the neighborhood, really do. So guys, just a little tidbit. If you can find that big community scrape, I'm talking 4 feet, 4 feet around diameter, and he's got a big branch. There again, there's always exceptions to the rules, but generally the ones I find, they're huge branches overhanging. And boy, oh boy, smack a camera up there if you want there and see what you got. And it's a very contentful hunt. It is for those people too, including myself. I want to sit there and I just want to see some deer. I really do. And if a big buck comes along or whatever it may be at that time of year, I'm taking them. That's what community scrapes are, guys. Look for them. They're very important. Okay? Just a little tidbit here. Okay, guys? Hey, good luck to you. We'll keep posted. See what happens next week. I'm on them. And good luck to you too.